Welcome to the new Gaming News Network update. This is for the week of February 2nd, 2020. As you can see, Chiefs hat, Chiefs windbreaker right here. Super Bowl's tomorrow. I am so pumped. We are all pumped. As you can see, rooting for the Chiefs. Same as everybody I know, so that actually watches football. But, I'm sorry I couldn't get to you guys with a stream. Yesterday I was kind of caught up in stuff, but tomorrow I will do a stream for you guys. But without further ado, let's jump into the news. So, Overwatch is getting hero bans, as you might have heard, but Blizzard will pick them, not you. So, Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan also revealed a new experimental card that will open gameplay testing to everyone. Bans in games like Rainbow Six Siege and Heroes of the Storm enable players or teams to exclude characters at the start of matches, preventing opponents from selecting ones who dominate specific maps or the overall meta. Overwatch fans have been calling for a similar system in their game of choice for some time now, but so far Blizzard has opted against doing so. That will change during Overwatch Season 21, however. Overwatch director Jeff Kaplan, also known as Poppy Jeff, revealed in today's developer update video that Blizzard is implementing a hero pool system, similar to bans, and it's coming to competitive play. The big difference is that instead of banning characters on a per-match basis, excluded heroes will be selected by Blizzard every week in order to, quote, prevent players from stagnating on any one meta too long. Jeff Kaplan explains in the new update video, he said, quote, "The hero pool will only last for 1 week, and there will be a new hero pool. There will be some heroes that will not be included in the hero pool. For example, in the first week of the hero pool, let's say Season 21 had just started, maybe Orisa, Sigma, Mei, and Moira are not in the hero pool. Players will have to think of a new strategy that doesn't involve those heroes, and that will last for 1 week, and then the hero pool will change." Kaplan emphasizes that the hero pool will only be active in competitive play, not quick play or the arcade, and also noted that nothing is carved in stone. Depending on how it goes, Blizzard may make changes to the system, such as lengthening or shortening the durations, or even enabling more ban-like per-match exclusions. He also confirmed that the Overwatch League will adopt a, quote, a version of hero pools, details of which will be revealed in maybe the next, and possibly the next news update to come. So, another interesting change on the way is the addition of a, quote, experimental card to the Overwatch menu. Kaplan says in the video that the development team has faced criticism for responding too slowly to complaints about balance issues. Blizzard generally relies on the PTR for testing, but it's not the most reactive system, and new content and updates on the PTR often tend not to be changed very much before going live. The experimental card will enable more frequent and aggressive changes by making a PTR-like environment, which is currently restricted to players on PC, readily available to everyone. Jeff also says that this experimental card will be some number of changes. They might be related to hero balance, they might be related to other things. We might be testing changes to the way one of our game modes works, like the control game mode and how it works in competitive. It doesn't have to be balance related, but the experimental card will come up every now and then when we want to test something. And it will give all players of Overwatch, not just players who want to go to the PTR, but all players, including console players, will be able to use the experimental card to test changes out. Another big benefit for players is that because the experimental card is in the live game, any progress you earn will count toward levels and special event progress. Kaplan also said that while the PTR is generally focused on bugs and stability, the experimental card will be more about looking at gameplay changes and player reactions to them. The first experimental card is expected to be up in a few weeks. Kaplan also warned maybe, that Blizzard is changing its philosophy about Overwatch balance changes. Previously, balance changes have been focused on the game's stability for all players, but going forward, it will balance, quote, more frequently, more aggressively, and to be less concerned with trying something out and maybe pulling it back later. He goes on to say, quote, we're going to try some pretty aggressive balance changes. We're going to balance more aggressively, target the meta, and moving you off to the meta as frequently as possible. Kaplan also touched on some smaller changes coming to Overwatch, including the ability to pin and share replay and a light refresh of career profiles. A quote, major overhaul is coming to Overwatch 2, but then he says, but that's way further down the pipe. Blizzard also has plans to set up its anti-cheat efforts in the next update, which is 1.45, which is expected to go live in early February. So all good changes, all expected to go really well for Blizzard. Maybe not. We may get some mixed reviews, but in the chat, just put down there what you think, which side you're on, basically. So, moving on to Xbox here. And for once, this is not about the Xbox Series X. This is about something else. So a new Xbox adapter lets people turn their power wheelchairs into game controllers. The Xbox Adaptive Controller already expands the usability of Xbox for gamers with disabilities, and today, a third-party add-on takes that controller to the next level, allowing gamers to turn their power wheelchairs into game controllers. Called the Freedom Wing Adapter, the box connects the Xbox Adaptive Controller to a wheelchair through its 9-pin port. This means a joystick that controls a wheelchair every day can be turned into a controller, which is particularly useful for people who are already used to their joysticks and buttons. Charity organization Able Gamers created the device alongside ATM Makers, a group of tech makers and enthusiasts who focus on assistive technology. The Freedom Wing adapter is being given out through Able Gamers, and people can apply for a grant for one on Able Gamers' website. ATM Makers found a company to make the printed circuit boards, which it says will sell for around $7, meaning gamers can buy it on their own can build it on their own for about $35 with all the other required materials once the instructions to build the device are eventually published. You can get a general idea of how to make one by watching the video or a video about the Freedom Wing adapter. And Able Gamers COO Steve Spahn told The Verge the 9-pin connectors needed to connect the wheelchair to the device are standard on wheelchair joysticks. So it seems that in theory this device should work with many wheelchairs currently on the market. Microsoft debuted its Xbox Adaptive Controller in 2018 as a customizable option for gamers with disabilities. It features 2 large programmable buttons and 19 jacks that can be connected to a range of joysticks, buttons, and switches to make it easier for a wider range of people to play games on Xbox One and Windows 10 PC, or PCs. Since its release, the company has partnered with organizations like the U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs to provide them with units. People have also hacked the device to get it to function with Nintendo Switch consoles. So the $99 controller was designed with the express purpose to be flexible and compatible with as many devices as possible, and the Freedom Wing adapter builds on that idea. Wow. Xbox doing some really good things for the community. Really good things. I like it. So, and another thing that may be pretty shocking to all of us, maybe for some people, maybe not, but Nintendo says it has no plans for a new Switch this year. So, Nintendo CEO and President Shuntaro Furukawa told investors today that the company has no plans to launch a new model of the Switch in 2020. Speaking as part of a corporate management policy briefing following a 2 days ago release of financial results, Furukawa instead pointed to yesterday's announcement of the new Animal Crossing branded model. Furukawa said, quote, "According to the conventional wisdom for dedicated video game platforms, Nintendo Switch should be entering the midway phase of the hardware life cycle. But we believe we have built a foundation on which we can pursue further growth opportunities for Nintendo Switch. It wouldn't really be surprising if there were no new Switch hardware this year. The original system came out in early 2017 and received its first significant updates last year with the Switch Lite and a refreshed model with better battery life, both of which were made possible by a more power-efficient version of the NVIDIA chip inside. Anything more substantial would likely require new custom silicon from NVIDIA, which no longer designs general-purpose chips aimed at tablets or other mobile devices." So, things could change, of course, but Nintendo seems happy with its current product mix. Furukawa noted how sales of the original Switch were almost flat year-on-year between April and December, with the Switch Lite helping push Nintendo to its improved numbers overall. The Switch now sits at 52.48 million units shipped overall as of the end of 2019, with Furukawa believing the sell-through numbers to be more than 48 million. Furukawa said, quote, "However, we feel that we have not yet fully communicated the special features and appeal of Nintendo Switch Lite, so we will continue to address this going forward. Regarding Nintendo Switch, we believe that it is important to continue to communicate the appeal of both Nintendo Switch systems and expand the installed base." So, more interesting stuff for Nintendo Switch. People may be pretty surprised. I know a lot of fans who would be really, really pissed off about this topic. But yeah, pretty interesting stuff going on here, guys. I'm gonna end the stream early. Not the stream. I'm gonna end the news update early today. But before I do, I'd just like to change the premiere of the Overwatch League schedules. I'm either aiming for Sunday. No, not Sunday. I think Saturday. Saturday in the morning. It's gonna be either a morning video, or it's gonna be on Wednesday, but like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock video. But we'll see. Make sure you look out for that either way. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Go Chiefs. And peace out. Keep calm, keep flying. See you for the next stream. And peace out.